Hi, this is Tony Novak, CPA, with a short recording on the update of AI in small business accounting. Why am I doing this? Uh, I guess because uh, the general expectation among the public and my clients is that artificial intelligence will dramatically change future business operations. And there's good reason to believe that. There are tens of billions, hundreds of billions, according to some reports, of money being poured into development of AI applications. And those backers say it will change humanity. That's no small claim. Change humanity. What I'm focusing on is how it's going to affect us within the foreseeable future. Us meaning small businesses, accounting and operations, and local firms. And the first thing to notice is that those tens and hundreds of billions are being spent not directly to help you. They're meant to help somebody else. And big money for the most part. And so we really have to parse uh, what's available to us and what's uh, going to be immediately useful. And take a second to talk about my background in this. I wound up in this almost by accident in the 1990s. I noticed that certain segments of small business accounting were ripe for uh, artificial intelligence, or they just call it automation back in those days, uh, automation of tasks. And one of those fields was employee benefits. So there was a huge need back then. If you recall, we were having a national healthcare crisis. Small businesses were having a health insurance crisis themselves, and I didn't want to do it, and I didn't have available resources just to refer that business. I wound up creating one of the early health insurance exchange that at one point was called MedSave. MedSave was growing faster than eHealth at one point, and it was the first time that I ever saw a seven-figure number associated with the business that I owned, and it was an exciting time. And of course, healthcare reform and change came in 2008, 2010, changed all of that dramatically, and so that business model no longer exists. But the point is that I was able to pick up some uh, insight into how this works, is specifically in the small business field. So where do we stand today with the artificial intelligence? I just saw a podcast by a well-known business advisor saying that Chat GPT is the greatest assistant we could ever dream of and have. Um, Coincidentally, today I'm working on a project where I'm simply trying to uh, get ChatGPT to do some of the drudgery of formatting and pulling together examples of. It's actually an article on business models. And after an hour, I decided that the end work product is just not of a quality that I want to associate with my name. So I'm not going to use it in the article. So the point is that there's a risk of nonsense being pulled in. And my own experience is that the more that you try to pull out information and coach Chat GPT into coming up with better information, the harder you try, the more likely it is to come up with false data. It reminds me of a teenager when you start to push them and question them, and and they see that you're seeing through some flimsy statements that don't hold up, and so they'll sometimes come up with a just really wild story. And it's almost, that's what I seem to see. Almost, it's crazy, but in any event, that's where we have to be careful. Where is artificial intelligence immediately useful and immediately beneficial? Inside the programs that we're already using or should be using in our existing businesses. Let me just throw a few examples out. Uh, QuickBooks for small business accounting is doing a wonderful job, very impressive. safe, secure adaptation of artificial intelligence to dramatically cut down on bookkeeping, time and hours, and preparation for tax filings. It's a wonderful application. Second, I saw in my, if you use a CRM in your business practice, I noticed that I happen to use Pipedrive in mine. I was looking to upgrade and get an industry specific one, but I have not found anything better. So I'm sticking with Pipedrive. And today a little message popped up and offering to give me sales coaching for deals that are languishing in process. And that's awesome insight and use, harmless, bringing things to my attention, introducing some new ideas that I might have been too busy otherwise to skip. A fantastic example. And there are others. There are plenty of others that we see day to day. Oh, another one I want to mention is MailChimp. MailChimp at a basic level is free, and if you're not using it, people think of it as just a mass email marketer. It's not. It's a lot more than that now. It's much more sophisticated. And if you're not familiar, or if you're doing your own marketing and you're not familiar, I suggest that you should be familiar. And if your marketer is not using it or something very similar, there are others. High level, for example, it's called High Level is another one. Those are all using the same type of insights to pull together big data into improving your marketing effectiveness. So that's where we are right now, and it's literally going to evolve day to day, week to week, month to month. I'm sure I'm spending a good bit of time looking for time and cost savings, efficiencies for small business clients, following in the same pattern that I started back in the 1990s, trying to do the stuff we don't have the time, the people, or the money to do ourselves and get better results. All right, thanks for listening.